Let's see. Let's see if we're going live. Live in the hood. Oh, okay. And we are live now. New timeouts. You can blah blah blah. Huh. What's up, everybody? It's lunch break, coffee talk time. Um, Today I guess I'm gonna talk about this stuff again. My hands. Maybe I'll talk about other people's stuff later in a little bit. Well, I will talk about both, but So anyway, this weekend I did a drive, long drive, up to Iowa. I went to get parts for my projects that I'm building, the rat rod and the 44, which both are going to be used to promote cancer awareness. Um, yeah. So anyway, it was a long ass drive, and took me a long hours. One thing that's nice about the cancer treatment is I get insomnia sometimes. Actually, a lot of times. So, and I'm not taking the meds to help me sleep. And sure enough, I was able to do this crazy drive, almost not nonstop, but let's just say 800 miles in almost one trip, one way. It was 800 miles, 850 up and 850 back, maybe a little bit longer back, longer than that, but yeah, I was able to drive up there with about an hour's sleep and then turn around and come back. Probably not a good thing, but anyway, one thing that happened, I noticed, of course, I got that hand-foot syndrome. First thing that started happening was my hands just started getting really bad. Driving numb and all. I mean, not numb, but they hurt to drive. They feel all pressured up and all that. And I was driving with the heat on, and anyway, I switched it to cold, and then let me take that back a little bit. Well, I switched it to cold. Also had a pain in my stomach area, right here. This is kind of normal. And it's weird because when you eat, right, for whatever reason, it goes down your stomach and boom, it sits right here. And then from there, that's when it starts to go do everything else. But looking at the pictures, there's like a pool, like that's the first stage of your digesting. I don't know if this is all true, but this is what I've seen in the pictures, and of course, when I eat, that's where it ends up right there. And usually you can tell if you eat something really sugary or fatty or anything like that because you'll feel it right there. This is from at least how I can feel it because of I don't know if it's because of the cancer or whatnot. Pretty sure it is. But anyway, so I'm driving. First thing, one thing when I switched the air from hot to cold, and I had it cold enough to where you get you get the freezing little shakes, and all the pain went away. But I mean, granted, it sucked because I was shaking, but it was weird. Like it felt actually good, but sucked. You know what I mean? Like having the shakes, but not having the pain was good. So I don't know. From there on, I started going. Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna. It goes along with the cold showers and all that stuff. It's like the cold actually feels better on my body than the heat. I was contemplating. I was like, I live in Texas where it's pretty hot. I was like, man, maybe I should move up to cold weather. And I was like, I grew up in the cold weather up near Chicago. And I'm like, man, I'm not screw that. That ain't gonna happen. But anyway, that was one thing on the journey. Ended up didn't have too many issues along the way other than that. Um, but I met up with two guys along the drive. The one I bought fenders for the 40, the rear fenders. He had went through cancer treatment, or I had a lump in his shoulder, and I had it removed, or had something had shoulder surgery or something like that, and then ended up having cancer in his shoulder. And he had went through chemo and all that, had the neuropathy stuff too. He's an interesting talk. Cool guy. Um, cool guy. Had a lot of cool cars, like older cars. Um, I stay in touch with him. It's really cool that when you find somebody that has similar interests as you do. But way up there in the cold. Anyway, so then the next guy, I bought a trailer, right? So if you know on my Jeep build, it's pretty crazy. Um, it has I have a jet engine that I was going to use with it, or I'm using with it. It's going to have all these guns, all this other stuff on there. Um, Let me see if I can share this. So anyway, he had a trailer for sale, and the minute I saw it, I was like, man, that'd be perfect for the Jeep build, because then I can throw the jet engine on it instead. My plan was to put it above the Jeep, but ended up the more I looked at that, the more I was like, yeah, that's pretty dangerous. Maybe at one point I may do it, but yeah, pretty dangerous. So anyway, with that being said, dang it, it keeps opening up the window. This is the trailer that I picked up. How can I blow this up without blowing it up? I get blown it up. Give me a second. I got too many funky things going on. There we go. Oh, let's open it up even more. Oh, all right. Let's see. So that is the trailer that I bought to carry a jet engine on. Well, I bought it for $200, which I was like, wow, that's perfect, man. By the time I make something to do that, it would take me forever, cost me a lot more material than that, and so on. Granted, I was like, wow, cool, I'll have to modify it to make it work. So I was fine with that anyway. And at first I was looking at, well, how am I gonna get it back here and all that. Come to find out, it fit in the back of my truck. Um, so I was super excited. I was like, oh wow, I can just load that in the back of my truck. And anyway, come to find out that he didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like either a drop tank carrier for a plane, which I was like, hey, that kind of rolls with the theme on the Jeep, because again, the Rat Rod Jeep that I'm building is my away from me express what it's like going through cancer. So when I load up all this stuff with the guns and whatnot on it, the whole purpose of that is the guns represent different treatments and all that stuff. Oh, anyway, hold on, back on that guy, or back on that the cart. So I had met that guy, and it just so happened that his mother passed away from pancreatic cancer, and his dad has some form of cancer. So it was just crazy. It made me just think about. I'm listening to their stories and stuff, and it made me think about, how many people go through this. I know I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people that go through this, different forms of cancer and whatnot. And it's just crazy the amount of people that really go through it. Probably a lot more than I ever imagined. You know, but anyway, which maybe I'll talk about that later. But he just had, I mean, it's just crazy running into all these different people that have had different types of cancer and whatnot. The guy that I got the fenders from for the 40, he had his shoulder cancer, or cancer in his shoulder, but he's in remission, or they got rid of it, cut it out. Just crazy stories, man. Anyway, so let me see if I can pull something up real quick. So the Jeep again. I don't know if I probably showed you guys pictures and all that. Well, I'll show it after this. Well, come to find out that this little thing, yeah, it used to carry ammunition. Well, ordnance is what they call it in the military. And it just so happened it was for a nuclear bomb. Um, so that really kind of, I didn't find that out till after I got home. And I'm like, holy cow, that really fits with the theme that I'm trying to go for. Like the weapons and all that stuff, again, are to fight cancer. That's my concept with it. And that's a big, treatment, I guess, if you want to call it that. It's like, man, we're breaking out the big guns to kind of fight this. And anyway, it just kind of hit me what it was. And now I may end up making a replica of that to carry behind. Maybe I'll do it. I can do it to where I can switch it out, carry that thing. I was like, or make it carry that and switch it out and make it for the jet engine. I think I can do a combination of both because it's pretty similar diameter. All I have to do is modify this area right here. The one that I have, they cut that section off, but anyway, it's just interesting that how this stuff kind of rolls around. This is what I want to put on the side of the Jeep, something like this. Then not this exact thing, but where the passenger can sit in there and hold it. But I was thinking that if I did this, well, I don't know if you remember what I was talking about with the dog tags of people I've met or whatever that have been through cancer. It's like that's what I could attach it to. Make a kind of, it won't be, it's nowhere, it's not real or anything like that. The one I make, it would just look like that, and then attach the different dog tags on it and let people ride on it and all that other stuff that are battling cancer. I thought that would be kind of neat. Um, Kind of crazy, but I just think it would be really neat and a way to express, you know, others to get others or share others that are going through cancer. Maybe make that section like a flip up, and maybe it has a TV in there or something, or you can even do like something that would share other people's journeys or something like that. So imagine like, yeah, I take it to a car show or anywhere, and then dragging the Jeep with that behind it, and then or the jet engine, either one. Jet engine is really crazy. It looks cool. Like my goal, like I said, was to set this up to where I could use it for different various events, and promote the whole cancer awareness and hopefully raise money for cancer related causes. But anyway, it's just crazy how all this stuff is kind of lining up um, with how I feel. And there's one that I got to tell you about too. So on the drive, maybe I can find this as a way to share. Let me see. On the drive, I had I was filling up with gas, right? And on the gas, I'm big into symbols and all that crap. So that's why this cart kind of means a lot to what I'm doing with the cost and all that. Anyway, I'm driving. I fill up with gas, and the pump stops at 44444 on the pump. And I was like, oh wow, that's kind of crazy. So I text my daughter. Let me see if I can share this. Text my daughter because she has a tattoo that has 4444 on it. Let me change the video capture. Hold on. I'm not very fast at this stuff, so I apologize. So yeah, so it ends up showing up with this number. I didn't do it, anything. It just popped up. And then when I went to look up what that means,
me see if I can. It's pretty crazy um, what it came up with. Seeing 444 means that your angels have recognized your hard work and commitment. Kind of actually touched me a lot. Like I said, I'm big on seeing signs like this, and yeah, it was pretty crazy. Um, what that means? 'Cause in Japan, four means death, so I was kind of a little bit more worried about it. Um, but then I looked this up, or she showed that to me, and I was like, "Holy crap!" That's actually the trailer. Let me scoot this over a little bit here. That was the trailer. See how it fit just in the back of the truck. This is the guy I picked it up from, Bob. And then this is the guy I picked up the fenders from. For the Ford, and I can kind of show you. I stopped at, this is kind of the drive, just to show you how long this thing was. 13 hour, that was one way. So it was basically a 24-hour weekend drive. And it was brutal, man. So I ended up stopping at a hotel, stayed there for a bit, and then when I woke up, I literally could not move my fingers because of the driving and then the neuropathy stuff. Stupid me, I take a shower before I went to bed for the nap, and with this stuff, anytime you take like a hot bath or anything like that, it magnifies it. Like it just turned super red, and my feet, man, it was like even this morning, it was hard to walk on the floor because I can't stretch. I don't know, hard to explain, but it was tough. And then the same way with my hands. My hands are fine now. I mean, they're not fine. You can definitely tell like it hurts. Especially all in the cracks and stuff like that. I gotta put more lotion on it, but I don't. The lotion feels weird because then I don't know. I feel like if you put lotion on, it feels like you stuck your hands in an oil bath, and it just kind of weird. But anyway, that was kind of my drive over the weekend. I see different things, and a lot of stuff is like just what you're looking for. Like I, in life, and looking at the positive or the negative. It just depends on what you're looking at. And I see here was the thing with me. This was last night, and you can see how it's all dry and red and everything. Just painful. These are the fenders that I got for the 40 project. They're 3 inches wider on each side, so this will help with that build. I will. At one point, I wanted to make them because I like making things, but because of this, I don't think it's too painful per se. I can't feel if I did body work. I can't feel the way that I used to feel. Like it feels, yeah. I can't feel the lines. I can't feel. So if there's dents, like if I was to zoom in on this picture, you could see the little dents in the fender area. I mean, I could fix that, but I don't know about now with this how good I can get it. So I have to work with my dad and explain how I see it. He's gonna probably have to do a lot of this work. I kind of enjoy doing it. It's like my therapy, but it sucks. I can't do it. So he's gonna have to cut out the gas tank hole if we put the gas tank hole through there, and then the tail light thing. The drive gave me a lot of. You can see right here, it's a little bit wider from here. But the drive, and I picked up this brake booster, this is a stock one, the smaller. I know I'm talking car stuff. That's just what excites me, I guess. But yeah, that thing was $200, man. Great deal. I bet that I don't even want to say what it's worth now, but I've seen 2 of these or searching online, I found two of these in a museum. Well, with the, of course, that thing on top of it, but it's pretty crazy. Um, yeah, that's what it is. Crazy. And these are both in museums. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, my goal is always to stop and meet people and hear their stories and share my stories and all that. I have a corgi, if you haven't noticed, and then this black cat. The black cat sleeps on me. My parents' dog's this one, but yeah, it's anyway. It's pretty crazy. Some of the now I'm way all over the place. I'm all over the place. Hold on. But anyway, sorry to jump on those topics, but yeah, the biggest thing that I realized on the trip is like, I want to tell my story when I meet people, and it's like I started to feel like I'm talking too much about me or talking too much about the story. So I'm trying to learn how to listen better, and maybe I bring it up, but I want to hear other people's stories more than mine. Sure, I'll share mine, but I want to hear other people's stories over mine. I don't want to be that guy that's like bragging about all my stuff and hey, I got this or woe is me, and seems like I kind of do it sometimes. Or my fancy schmancy Creon pills, which I forgot those at home on my drive. That kind of sucked. But it was gave me a lot of time to think. We'll just say that. Now that was weird too. On the drive, normally I listen to the radio or whatnot. I didn't listen to a whole lot of radio on the drive. Just thinking and seeing the beauty. That was one nice thing too. Is like driving all the way up there. You see a difference in the scenery. You see a difference in people, the roads, so many different things, and it was just like I was trying to actually. I had to hurry up and go there and get it back because today's work day, right? But I wanted to explore a little bit. I went through some little towns that was like, man, you just don't see these on the map. I never been through Kansas City, which looked like it was a pretty cool town, Kansas City, Missouri. I was like, went through another little town, Baxter or something, which seemed like an old town that they all. It seemed like the community liked that. How can I say it? You've ever been through some old country town and it's all run down and just looks like crap. This one, it was old, but it was still looked like the old homes had been kept updated, so it was kind of neat. Almost hit a deer, saw a wreck, and I drove. After I picked up the parts, I was getting chased by a storm on the way down, so it was like driving through rain and whatnot. Crazy drive, but it was good nonetheless. Got to, like I said, some of it was getting out and experiencing things. It was good just to get away and to experience different cities and so on, even though I didn't get to stop and stay. Gas prices went down to $2.20 in some spots, so that was nice. So it didn't cost, I think overall the trip probably cost me $400 or $500 because I had to get a hotel too. But overall it was great.
There's your package.
Alright, I'm on streaming right now, Dad, so that's my dad. Somewhere over there. Yeah. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. I gotta jump, finish my lunch and get ready for my morning meeting or a meeting after my lunch. But yeah, it was good to get out, good to meet people. The cancer side is still the same. I got a. I was gonna talk about that too, but I had green stool for a couple days, which kind of freaked me out. But it went away. Now it's normal again. I don't know why it happened. Maybe at first I got my mom had brought back some what is it, Captain Crunch, like with the berries and all that stuff. I had some of that because I was cheating myself. You know, anytime I try not to let them bring sweets home and stuff like that. But I ended up eating that. And of course, right after that, my stool was green. Like kind of like that kind of green, right? And you wouldn't expect that from your stool. But ended up, it went away, or I thought it went away, and then it came back. So like 3 days I had this stuff, and I was like, should I really be concerned? Because one day I get it, 2 days, I don't know, 3 days, something's weird. But during the trip, it went away. So I emailed the doctor and all that, and yeah, I still have to check the response. But anyway, that's all I got. Yeah, good time. But anyway, peace out, everybody.